and welcome to the Tech Morning, Coffee Tech Morning.
Where today we choose violence.
Today we choose violence towards all IT and all security. Do you know, I was having a conversation, it was one of these things yesterday, I was having a conversation with they're not technically a client of ours. They are working for a company that is 60 plus employees, right? The owner is that scared of data loss, data security. Yeah. He's gone to an end that when I explain it to you and explain it to you, even those of you that don't understand it will go, what the hell? Yeah. So they only have in-house staff. They will not allow anybody to work remotely. They have one IT guy that looks after it all. They have multiple servers internally. They are that paranoid about security. Every single user in the company has 2 computers. One computer has internet activity and email on it. One computer has their shared file system on it.
Okay.
There is no communication from one PC to the other PC. In order to update any files, move any files, you take a USB stick, you plug it into the device that has access to the server shares, you copy your documents or you work on your documents on there. If you need to email them out, you copy them onto USB stick, take them out the PC, you plug them into the internet activated computer, you paste them into your email, you send them out. That face is the exact same face that everybody out there will have, even if they have no inkling over IT.
No, I mean, if you work in a very secure environment.
They work in an academic environment.
Okay. It's all right, but still it's not secure.
It's not secure.
USB.
So the USB stick makes, if you were sandboxing devices, so if you had a device that accessed a internal CRM system that could not be allowed out to the public for no matter what reason, and you have a sandbox device, and that a sandbox device means a device that is not connected to the internet, is only connected internally to where you need it to, and that is an internal device, fine, and you work on it, absolutely fine. But that's for CRM stuff. And then you had a device that was internet connected and you did your general work on, but to access CRM. Yeah, I can see it. But making staff, he has 60 something plus staff.
So it has 120 devices?
Has 120 devices.
Jesus. So one is offline, one is online.
Yes. Yeah. And the only way to transfer data is with a USB stick, which makes it insecure straight away because it means data's on a USB stick. There are no security at the door. You can put whatever you like in your pocket and walk out with it. Yeah. So you could potentially put data on a stick, go, oh yeah, I need to work on that, toss it in your bag, lose it, because you need to work on it at home, but you're not allowed to work at home. I understand this for government buildings, for hyper secure areas, you have a line of defense, right? And with any, you have to have securities in place. It's layers. We talk about layers all the time, right? It's security layers. Yeah. But to put every single member of your staff through that, and this is every single department, sales, marketing, production, HR, everybody.
Interesting. Very interesting. I can see lots of ways around it. But
I can see lots of. They've gone to the point where he's that paranoid on security that he's left too many doors open.
No, I think this is more about user education. User education and how to protect yourself. And there are so many pieces of software and setups that could help you having a more cost-efficient way. And
not running up. Just think of the power consumption of 120 devices for 60 staff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, a most cost-efficient way of everything. But again,
the time that it takes to go from one device to another device to do work, to then copy and wait onto a USB stick, then move it across. That entire, just working on one thing, right? I'm just gonna go and I've got to create a quote. So I go to the system, I pull down the file that needs, I create the quote, I then take it onto a USB stick, I then have to move it, I then open my emails, I then have to copy it into the email and then send it. That entire process, which should take minutes, like fractions of minutes to do a quote, takes you 15, 20 minutes. Even if it takes you 10 minutes.
No, it's going to take you more from operation perspective. Let's say you go up, let's say that he has in different rooms, the PCs that are offline in a different room. You get up with a stick. Oh, I forgot my stick. I go back. Oh, I get my stick. I meet with John.
They're in the same, but oh, I can't use that stick because that stick's got data on it already. Oh, okay, I'll take a different stick. I'll plug a different stick in.
No, he needs an operations manager and he needs an IT director.
So the client I was talking to yesterday has put in a request for an additional monitor because they have one monitor per PC. And the IT director turned to her and went, I sympathize fully with you and I understand and I agree on the second monitor, but I can guarantee you that your request will be refused.
Interesting. There are companies and companies. They've been building slowly. It's a going growth.
The reason I bring it up is because I think it's a bit short-sighted on company owners in general, and I class myself in this as well. If you don't look at not just the time saving for your staff, but the ease of use so that your team members can do the job that they require to do, because if there's an ease of use there and it's efficient for them to do something, it means one, they're going to be more engaged, because if you're doing something something that you know, because everybody will know that's worked in an office before, this should take me 2 minutes and it's actually taking me 10, it's taking me 15 because of what's in place. You then lose morale in the company for your team members. You then get to a stage where you've got 60 staff members only being able to run at maybe 30 to 50% of the speed that they can run at, which means your company's losing money. On a base level, go to a base level, forget about the power consumption of the devices themselves and running 120 devices, forget about that part of it, just on a paying an hourly wage to people to do a job, and it takes what they should do in a day, takes them 2 to 3 days to do, your company is losing money. Full stop. There is no, because if you can do your job, the job that you do at the moment, your 1 day's full of work, if you could do that in half a day, the company's baseline would make more money. Yeah. Full stop.
Interesting. It's sad that during these times, this sort of companies exist, but again, it's not them to be blamed. It's about their exposure to new trends, new technology, 100%. New services.
Understanding its knowledge. It's about them talking to the right people to understand, okay, so my concerns are stuff is not secure. Okay, here are the different things and the levels of security you can put in place. I'm not even thinking about taking them to cloud, right? That's a whole other step.
Well, this opens another sort of conversation about in-house IT and outsource IT and the benefits of having outsource IT is because an outsource company has more knowledge on and it has more exposure than an in-house. 100%. And here you can elaborate based on your experience, as you've seen, how much cost efficient it is to have an outsource IT company, what are you going to do when that internal IT department, if it's one-man gang, it's sick or needs to go on annual leave, who's going to look after the infrastructure? Yep.
It's not even just, so you've got that part, looking at it as a business owner, if you've got one internal IT person and they've got holiday, they've got sick, they paternity leave, maternity leave, whatever goes on, who's going to fill that gap, which it usually ends up being the director that fills that gap. And because it's not the director's role and not the director's job, he spends a lot of his time on the phone to the person that is on holiday or that is off sick or is on maternity leave. So you have that bit involved. But the whole point of having an outsourced company is that you have a pool of knowledge. So within a company, if you've got an outsourced IT company that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 users in their support team, everybody has different pieces of knowledge, different expertises, so that that pulls together and you get to use that knowledge to make sure you can grow, rather than go into a one internal IT person that we get consumed. So when you work in a job role, you are for a company, you're consumed by the day-to-day of that company, okay? And especially in IT, when an IT person is in a single person in an IT role, you're consumed by making sure everything's running correctly, making sure everything's dealing with user requests. And if you've got a large company that's let's say 60 staff members, the daily requests for things are going to be quite substantial. We see that from some of our bigger clients who are 100 plus users, what the type of daily requests are like, right? Then you're going to have, and that's just support requests, and then you're going to have all the small little itty bitty requests, which are, oh, I built this formula in Excel and it's not working correctly, and can you help me? And then you spend some time on that. So your day is absorbed with that. There doesn't leave any time for that engineer to expand their knowledge to what else is going on in the outside world. Whereas an external IT team, everybody is learning something new at the same time, and everybody comes with new knowledge on what's going on, what's happening, because we're all aware, given the large amount of client base that we deal with and the industries that we deal in and the different types of software that we are used to using or used to supporting on a daily basis, we get a lot of data. There's a lot of data that comes into us. And from that data, we can see trends, we can see things going on. We know that if there's an outage over here on something, that it's probably going to reflect over here on something else. And we can implement a solution that we found here yesterday for X company to this for this company over here today, because we have experience from it happening yesterday. Whereas a single IT guy, oh crap, something's happened, and he's either going to spend his time Googling or spend his time calling somebody else or dig so deep into the rabbit hole of the problem that he's not aware of all the stuff on the outside that is the cause and effect.
Pretty much, if you're a one gang man looking after IT infrastructure of a company, you become a firefighter, because all the time you're going to have small fires, and you have to go in, put them down one by one. And then you end up, like with the example that you used, you won't have time to invest into developing the current infrastructure.
Or you spend, sorry to interrupt, but or you spend your out of work time trying to drum up your knowledge by reading articles that are coming out, doing it, and then you have no work-life balance at all. No. And IT, we're a little bit of a rare breed in the fact of to succeed in IT, you need to be techie hungry. You need to be knowledge hungry, because we all educate ourselves continuously, but we're not forced to do it. We do it because that is our nature, right? Whereas when you're a single band person looking after a whole IT infrastructure, you're forced to do it because you have to know that knowledge, or if you don't, you then need to work with an outsourced company as well, which usually when a company does that, they do it, oh, just an outsourced company will just look after our servers and not look after, and then the IT guy in-house becomes the firefighter for the user's problems, which actually is probably not the best use of them. And there's a cost basis on it. So what a high level 2, level 3 IT engineer would cost for an internal team to have for a company, and we'll use the example that I'm using of 60 users, the cost of, and it's not just their wage, it's their holiday pay, it's the PAYE, it's the tax, it's everything else that comes on top of having an employee. That cost, when you outsource to an outsourced company to look after you that has got things in measure, that automation's in measure, monitoring software in measure in place, that cost gets probably halved. If not, I'd go between 40 and 60% of the cost of one single employee can be the cost of your IT infrastructure. Yeah. And it will become difficult for companies to grow.
Or to keep up. up to date with the.
The latest trends and technologies and everything that's going on. Talking about latest trends.
Yeah, that's why I was giggling. Keeping up with AI. What happened in the world of AI?
Screw AI. We're not talking about AI today. We will talk about this though. I need a blade. Thank you very much. Is that my blade? Okay. Mine has been lost. Somebody has stolen it. This is a laptop. All right. This is a laptop from Microsoft. Ho, 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 ho. Didn't even come inside. Oh, it did. It did. This is the new Microsoft Surface laptop Copilot Plus. Whoa, laptop. Do we get some ASMR? That wasn't that, so that's fine.
No, it's opening.
fold.
It's a fold, yeah.
First look. It is June 18th, today. This was on pre-order and got released today.
Oh, wow.
And it is now here. Thank you very much, Microsoft, for sending it so fast. I got it in black,
Obviously.
obviously. Looks like a Surface. That's really heavy. Like, really heavy. Let's open this bad boy up, shall we? Oh, turn straight on.
That's cool.
Did it turn straight on? Yeah, I think it did, yeah. Powered on the minute I opened it. What ports have we got? 2 USB-Cs, 1 USB, 1 headphone jack, charging port, an SD card slot, I'm going to say. And standard setup. Okay. Yeah, they've gone very Mac-esque on the.
And look at the hinge from here.
Yeah, they've gone very Mac-esque on their hinges.
So what's new about this laptop?
It's got a NPU chip inside it, as well as a GPU chip and a CPU chip. NPU being neural processing unit chip, and it is built specifically to run Copilot.
All right.
So they built the chip in and Copilot built into it so that you can run AI on the device. So the cool thing, and I think probably the main reason I bought this device, was when they were doing the show and tell of it, the guy who was showing it was he was playing Minecraft.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because he was playing Minecraft, but he shared his screen with Copilot, and Copilot talked him through how to do stuff because Copilot could see what he was doing, even protecting him from zombies and telling him, open up your inventory so I can have a look at what's inside your inventory. It gave AI eyes.
So for example, if we use it to do troubleshooting, and we have an error message, like you get a prompt message, ding, error message of computer said no, then you take a screenshot of that and.
No, you just turn on Copilot and you say share my screen, and it sees your screen live. It can see what you're clicking, it can see what you're doing, it can see everything. That's the bit that got me, and I was like, huh. So with ChatGPT at the moment, you can upload an image of a screenshot and it will read it and it will tell you information and it will give you stuff. But it's not live. It's not seeing you do the clicks. It's not seeing you do stuff, which was the bit that I was like, that's really cool. But one thing that we all missed, right, when we opened it and looked at it, there's a freaking Copilot button.
Oh, wow.
So on the screen, it's taking me through right here, Copilot button. Right, it's a new button added to it. That's the first. Yeah. That was.
What was there before?
Next to the Alt key is a function key normally, but I've never seen a computer go, I'm going to take 30 minutes to set up the device, and all I've done is computer name so far, right? I haven't even got to I've done Wi-Fi, computer name, Nothing else. No user, no nothing on it. Copilot button. Key instantly access your everyday AI companion.
Genie in a bottle.
Yeah. It's in Paint. Paint something, it makes it.
Oh yeah, because it gives you the ability to make it as
You do it.
as realistic as possible. You can choose.
And if you'd like to know more about any tech that we can help you with or AI in any way, shape or form, ping an email to help@tccb.co.uk. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell so that you get notified when our videos come out. We're here during the week having coffee tech mornings, just talking about the random tech stuff that happens for everyday business.